Who knew that something as small as a note could pack such a punch? Whether it's a chilling text, a heart-melting letter, or a humble post-it, TV has proven time and again that these tiny pieces of communication have a way of delivering unforgettable moments. From declarations of commitment to cryptic warnings, notes have shaped some of the most pivotal and emotional scenes in TV history. Which is why in this video, we're diving into 10 iconic TV scenes where a simple note spoke louder than words. A's first group text. Pretty Little Liars, Season 1, Episode 1. Few TV shows are as iconic when it comes to ominous messages as Pretty Little Liars. The entire show is about 4 friends who begin receiving mysterious, threatening notes from someone known only as A year after the disappearance of their queen bee, Allison. So what better way to start this video than with a message that began it all on Pretty Little Liars? After the girls reunited for Allison's funeral, they each received the same bone-chilling text. "I'm still here, bitches, and I know everything." This short message immediately established A's unsettling presence and let the girls and the viewers know that no secret is safe. It also perfectly set the tone for the entire series and kicked off the web of lies, betrayal, and paranoia that unfolded over the show's 7 drama-filled seasons. Doc's promise to Wynonna. Wynonna Earp, Season 2, Episode 6. Sometimes it's the simplest gestures that carry the most weight, and Doc Holliday's note to Wynonna in Wynonna Earp Season 2 proves just that. Amidst the chaos of demons, sleeping spells, and everything in between, Doc wrote a short but powerful note to Wynonna that read, "I am all in." Those 4 words say everything Doc couldn't say out loud when Wynonna told him that she's pregnant and he might be the father. It's his way of telling Wynonna that no matter what happens, no matter how messy or complicated things get, he's fully committed to being there for her. The note isn't just romantic, it's a promise, and fans couldn't get enough. John Locke's note to Jack. Lost, Season 5, Episode 6. John Locke's final note in Lost is one of the most haunting moments of the series. The note, addressed to Jack, read, "Jack, I wish you had believed me." These 7 words carried an enormous weight, reflecting Locke's lifelong struggle to be understood and his deep regret over Jack's rejection of his faith in the island's purpose. Their long-standing clash of science versus faith came to a heartbreaking head with this plea from beyond the grave. Initially refusing to read the note, Jack eventually did so, setting the stage for his eventual return to the island. It's a brief but unforgettable piece of storytelling. Few notes in TV history have carried such philosophical depth and emotional resonance. The Windshield note. Better Call Saul, Season 3, Episode 3. Sometimes a single word is enough to change everything, and the "don't" note from Better Call Saul is the perfect example. Left on Mike's windshield in Season 2, this cryptic note was a pivotal moment that set the stage for his first meeting with Gustavo Fring, one of the most significant relationships in the Breaking Bad universe. So when Mike later pulled out the note during their first face-to-face meeting, his blunt question about it felt almost comically understated, considering the weight of what was happening. The "don't" isn't just a warning. It's the start of an uneasy partnership between 2 men who will become instrumental in each other's lives. This small piece of paper is a masterclass in subtle storytelling, perfectly capturing the brilliance that makes Better Call Saul such a compelling series. Mikey's letter to Carmy. The Bear, Season 1, Episode 8. Mikey's letter to Carmy in The Bear Season 1 finale is one of those moments that hits you right in the gut. Early on in the season, Richie found a letter addressed to Carmy on the floor behind the lockers. But it wasn't until Episode 8 when Richie actually told Carmy about the letter. So when the young chef finally sat down and opened the letter, it simply read, "I love you, dude. Let it rip." The letter served as both a reminder of the love Mikey had for Carmy and an unspoken confirmation that his brother believed in him to take over the shop. This small note, as well as the included secret family spaghetti recipe, became a turning point for both Carmy and the original beef. Villanelle's note to Eve. Killing Eve, Season 1, Episode 4. When it comes to Villanelle and Eve, even something as simple as a note turns into a thrilling, unsettling mind game. After Villanelle brutally murdered Bill, she sent Eve a suitcase full of expensive new clothes, along with a perfume box labeled La Villanelle, and tucked inside was a card with the words, "Sorry baby, X," scrawled on it. The note was equal parts flirtation and provocation, a bold move that left Eve rattled, and it perfectly encapsulates their complex cat and mouse dynamic. Is it a threat, a confession, a twisted love letter? With these two, nothing is ever simple, especially considering how at the end of the same season, Eve flipped the script and left behind a note of her own saying the same thing in the lining of a coat where Villanelle had stashed an emergency passport and money. The Post-it Breakup. Sex and the City, Season 6, Episode 7. Now let's talk about the Post-it note that went down in TV history as the ultimate breakup fail. In Sex and the City, Carrie's relationship with Berger took a nosedive in the most cringeworthy way possible. Berger ended things not with a conversation, but with a 7-word Post-it note that said, "I'm sorry, I can't, don't hate me." Short? Yes. Sweet? Absolutely not. It's the kind of breakup that's so bad, it becomes almost laughable. Carrie, of course, reacted with a mix of shock, anger, and classic humor, taking the note to her friends for a night of venting. The Post-it may have been small, but its impact on pop culture and Carrie's love life was huge. Chidi's note to himself. The Good Place, Season 4, Episode 9. Chidi's note to himself in The Good Place Season 4 is a beautifully poignant moment and a perfect encapsulation of the show's core philosophy. After Chidi regained all of his memories, he left a note for himself with Janet that read, "There is no answer, but Eleanor is the answer." The note serves as a culmination of Chidi's journey, from a man paralyzed by indecision to someone who understands the beauty of imperfection and effort. And it also perfectly ties back to Eleanor's own Season 1 note to herself that said, "Find Chidi," reflecting what Chidi has learned on this journey, that life and love isn't about finding definitive answers or soulmates, but about choosing each other time and time again. In true The Good Place fashion, the simplicity of the note holds an immense depth of wisdom. Pam's note to Jim. The Office, Season 3, Episode 23. Speaking of love stories, we also have to talk about the note Pam gave Jim during one of the most pivotal moments of The Office. In the Season 3 finale, as Jim went to interview for a corporate position in New York, Pam sneaked a heartfelt note between his papers that simply reads, "Don't forget us when you're famous." It's short, sweet, and says so much more than the words on the paper. This note, accompanied by a yogurt lid medal, a callback to their Office Olympics moment, led to Jim's unforgettable return to the Scranton office, where he finally asked Pam out to dinner. Her joyful, tearful reaction solidified the note's significance. It wasn't just a kind gesture, it was the push Jim needed to follow his heart. Post-it note Vows. Grey's Anatomy, Season 5, Episode 24. Derek Shepherd and Meredith Grey's Post-it note Vows on Grey's Anatomy are the epitome of love that's both unconventional and heartfelt. Forget fancy ceremonies and elaborate dresses. These two decided to make it official in the most them way possible, with a simple blue Post-it note. Scribbled on this small scrap of paper using Christina's favorite pen for their something old, new, borrowed, and blue, were promises that spoke to their imperfect, yet perfect for each other relationship. Love each other, even when we hate each other, they vowed. No running. Take care when old, senile, and smelly. And it's forever. That little Post-it wasn't just their vows. It became a symbol of their love, a tangible reminder of their commitment that fans cherished just as much as they did. Do you agree with our picks for the most memorable notes in TV history? Are there any scenes you'd like to add to this list? Let us know in the comments. Press like if you enjoyed this video. Check out tvshowpilot.com for articles on all your favorite shows. And don't forget to subscribe to the TV Show Pilot YouTube channel for more videos like this.